Hey, it's Melinda. So originally I wanted to do like the videos in order, but I keep watching like other videos talking about like like testimonies, things that they learn or see, because as children of God, we he talks to all of us. Um, so he shares different things with all of us. I mean, some things are the same, but like every person takes it like differently. So, but anyways, so God talks to all of us, and he shares. He shares things with all of us, and so then as children, um, God wants us to share with each other. I mean, people who don't believe, like people who aren't his children, people who, like, like the worldly people, they don't look into things like this. They don't look into videos about God. They don't look into videos about Jesus. They are so interested in other things, like tattoos, drugs, flying cats, I don't know, just aimless things that don't really matter. Like, so they're not going to look into these things unless God, like, kind of shows them and leads them that way, like, gradually. But, so, anyways. So that's what God does. And so then people post videos like I'm doing to show or teach or tell other believers, So there's a video I watched, and I watched it, and thank you for doing the video. I don't know if they're going to see this video or not, but thank you. It talked about how pastors from churches God told me to stay away from churches, so that's why I don't go in. I have been to them before, but like just for like that moment, like that for that time, like everything in life, like there's a certain time for everything. Like this happens and this happens and this happens, so like during that moment in life at the times, it was more like when I was a teenager. I went in the summer, but I did become like a regular person. I sang in the choir, or like the band, like the church band thing, not as a lead but as a backup singer. And then when I was 19, I sang in the choir also, but I also like helped. I don't want to talk about it. But that was only like in like that time. But I wasn't a committed person to it. It was during that time. But then like after that, like I have went for like a day at like other churches, like from where I like was in like places I was before. But I didn't it was just like at that moment I tried it and I didn't go again. But then God told me to stay away from churches because they're not good. They don't teach right. Because God's spirit, okay, so the world is full of evil. And people like attention. They like money. They like success. They're greedy. Greedy for material things, bigger things, mansions, nice houses, cars, whatever, And so, like, in the video that I watched, he talks about pastors, like the really big ones. Like I even saw a testimony video about Billy Graham, and like this person went to hell and they saw Billy Graham there. I'm just gonna leave it up to that video, but I'm just saying here now, like the people, the mega popular big pastors and stuff, like they are like celebrities, and like there's a lot of near-death experience videos where they talk of celebrities in hell, and I believe that because in the Bible it says, when Satan tempted Jesus on top of the hill and said, "I'll give you all the riches of the world if you follow me, or if you bow down to me," but Jesus said no. And so, but that's what people do is, like actual, like Hollywood celebrities, like Katy Perry even said, like, "Oh, I sold my soul to the devil for fame and for success," and so that's exactly. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know exactly, but just this person's video was very insightful because that's what like pastors do. Like you don't have to directly sell your soul and say, and I give you my blood for, fame and stuff. Like, but I saw a video that's what somebody did and they got success from that. But that's not exactly what you have to do all the time to like sell your soul or live for Satan or follow him. Ways that you do that indirectly is by thinking like the world, thinking and following and being inspired and influenced by somebody who already did that. Or maybe they didn't do it themselves directly, but maybe they, it's like a chain, like someone in their, in the chain of this person inspired me, well, this person inspired me, well, this person inspired me, and this person sold their soul. It's like, so it's like, that's like the chain of like dominoes, like you follow one person who sold their soul, then everybody who follows that person, and then that person, and then that person, it's like they're all following Satan then. So it's like you can be inspired by somebody, but then you're gonna try and be like them, and they're trying to, be like doing things like the devil does, In the future, I will maybe explain this a little bit more. I know these videos are a little bit rough and not very stylized and stylish and whatever, but so anyways, these that's why churches aren't good, because people who have that kind of authority over people, they it's like power in a way. It's like, oh, they're listening to me when I say, I can say anything now and they'll believe me, I mean, God, Jesus, like, so, and if you watch that video, you'll see it, like, the way that they're acting, and like, charisma isn't from God. It's not a trait. It's not a trait from God. The spiritual fruits are from God. That is it. There is nothing else. The spiritual fruits. that is the Holy Spirit. That is God's Spirit. That is God. The way that we express, like, having these spirits, like, you know, like the spirit of gentleness, the spirit of forgiveness, the spirit of kindness, generosity. What are the spiritual fruits? You know, all of them. They can be expressed in different ways. Like for me, like, everybody's personality is different. Everybody's soul is different. So it's like, you can have it, but you can express it differently. Like, I was given the, I'm not sure if, like, it is a gift to be able to teach. Like, some people just can't. Like, some people just can't teach. Like, it's not something they can do. They don't know how. So they're not good teachers. But, like, someone who is good at teaching, it's like, depending on their training and their, like, understanding and their personality, they will teach based on that, you know, based using that. They'll be a different kind of teacher. Like, every teacher's not the same or best for everyone. But, like, I was trained to teach differently, so it's like, I don't know, I've been trained to teach differently. But just saying, but this Holy Spirits are the only spirits that people, you know, that is from God. And not every, I understand, like, even me, like, I've struggled with, I've had my own life things that I didn't have, like, all the spirits right away, and I still don't, I'm still working on myself. So, we're all human. But it's like, for people that are, like, charismatic or the class clown, like, there's reasons why they're like that, and I'll explain that in future video, like, spirits and stuff. But, like, people who have that, people who, but, like, people who are, like, charismatic, who are funny, who are this, that, and other thing, or attention seekers, more like charismatic people, like the pastors in the video, they, that's not God's Spirit, it's not. So, but that spirit is what collects people to follow Satan. Because it is the world, it's part of the world. It's how the world thinks and what they, it's what people are used to seeing. It's worldly. It's from the devil. It's from Satan. So, like, that's what people are used to. Like, satanic signs. I'll maybe do a video on that. I have a lot of things that I have written down that I can do video on to teach you. But it's like, charismatic people, that's not God. Even if they say, I'm a follower of God, whatever, and then, like, the pastor is all, like, booming and charismatic and trying to get your attention and stuff, it's like, that's not God. Because we have to be like Jesus. Teach like Jesus. Not be all, like, entertaining and stuff. And I don't care about that. I care about teaching you this. That is what I care about. I don't care about getting any kind of attention from you in any other way, because it's like, the important thing is you learn what I have to say or have to teach. The important thing is for you to know what I have to teach, what I'm trying to help you know also. That's all I care about. But people who, but like pastors, maybe you know of them, like in where you're on, wherever you are, like they act all booming and all whatever, like it's amazing. I don't know, something like that. How they're very over dramatic and trying to be entertaining. It's like that's not God. So anybody who's like that, you should not listen to. You should not follow. Don't believe what they say, because they act that way because having that kind of attention is like they have power over you to put into your mind anything that they want, make you believe anything that they want. So don't follow people like that. Okay? The reason people, like on YouTube, people want attention, they want subscribers, they want this many followers and all these things, so because people don't, I can kind of understand now, like, but it's like, it's also so they can make money, and I don't care about that. Like, it is an interesting avenue. Like, if my channel becomes super successful and a lot of people see my videos, which is great because I have a lot to teach, and I care about people who are suffering, because I've suffered a lot. I've suffered, like, no one could understand the pain that I experienced in my life, but I care about people who are suffering, and I know what it's like to have nobody. I know what it's like to wish somebody anywhere cared. Anyone who would just reach out and help me, reach out and say that they care, reach out and just notice that I exist or that I'm in pain or something. So that's why I am doing these videos also, so that I can help those people. And that's the center, wholehearted reason why I care and why I'm doing these videos. Not for attention, not to be like, I'm so amazing, look at me, like, it's like, I don't care about that. It's not my intention. But a lot of people, I'm not like insulting anybody, I'm not saying anything, because there are some, like, people do things, like there's people who teach different languages or teach different things. It's like they do it because they want to teach other people these things, which is, great. And I'm not insulting anybody, any YouTuber, anything like that. I'm just saying, like, there are people like these people in that video, the pastors and stuff. They do things because they want, it's because of pride. A lot of people in America, anyway, they have it and they're like, oh, I'm amazing, oh, look at me, I'm so great, whatever, and they want this kind of attention. And then there's a lot of charismatic people who are like that, because a lot of people have low self-esteem, like in America, and that's why they have to be attention seekers and be charismatic to get attention, to make themselves feel like they are important. Another video, I will talk about it. But just beware of pastors. There's a lot of deceit. There's a lot of liars. There's a lot of people that have hidden reasons. If there's people that act charismatic and then you suddenly become amazed by them and stuff, then just be cautious of that and stay away from people like that, because they're not good. It's like a red flag. It's not from God, because God doesn't act like that. I will do a different video on churches. I will. But this is, I just wanted to say everything in this video that I did. I'm not sure how organized and outlined it is. I didn't outline it. I just wanted to talk about everything that I said. But I will get better at these videos. It's very kind of like a rough drafty. But in the future, as I get more, like, make more productive videos and find, like, get at a better place in my life to do these, I will be giving better quality videos than this.